Hello, this is teddygaming. Welcome back to another read-through on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles tmnt, the IDW ongoing series, issue 139. So yeah. Okay, so first starting off with this preview page, we do get to see the turtles are in the thin place now, and the turtles have been teleported into the thin place with Shredder, so I'm not exactly too sure what's really went down in issue 7 of the game, but I'm pretty sure it was something big for them to go here. And Shredder is basically saying that he needs to teach them all something new and something which he didn't teach them before, but however he can't actually teach it himself. So that's when we go into the next page, and we do get to see that Kitsune has turned up, and basically she's going to be the one who's going to be teaching the turtles something new. And the turtles are all very skeptical about this because they don't really trust Shredder because of everything that he's done in the past, and rightfully so, really. And Shredder does mention this, basically saying that their trust is very fragile right now, but he does want Kitsune to teach them all because she's the only one who can teach them. And Kitsune doesn't really want to trust anything, she just wants to teach them all. And yeah, that's more or less it really for this little bit here. So then going into the next page, we do get to see the turtles are all very skeptical about this at first, but then they do decide to actually go ahead with it because they do want to actually learn about all this. And Kitsune says thank you and all this because basically she wants to stop this as well. So yeah. And then that's when Kitsune reveals that actually there's actually a 10th cut to the previously, I think it's 7 cuts they announced. So I don't really know if they're going to be showing off the other cuts throughout this series or anything like that. But, you know, I think it'll be interesting to see if they do or not. So then the turtles are also like really surprised by this because they didn't really think there was a 10th cut or anything like that. And I don't really know, like with the 10th cut, when we do look at it in a minute, it does feel a bit weird with what this 10th cut is. So then going into the next page, we do get to see the actual, like Kitsune sort of explained 10th cut, or I believe it's a 10th cut, and this actually has this has something to do with what Donatello was doing in the Alliance issue number 4 with the future, the Quan DNA and stuff like that. And basically everyone is like really surprised Donatello actually knows about all this. And it just gets a little bit more interesting the more you read into this, but at the same time it just feels like a lot weirder and magical, I want to say, but you know, it's all that sort of stuff, so it's totally turtles, I would say. And yeah, so then going into the next page, we do get to see like basically this device thing that Kitsune is showing the turtles and how their connection with others is very strong, is how to like manipulate people into doing stuff like that, but also at the same time there are other people who have like a lot stronger connection with other people. So I don't really know where this is all going, but I do find it interesting. Not to mention with like some of the like creatures and people that do have going like flowing towards the people, also somewhat interesting, I would say. As we do get to see a variety of different characters from the like ongoing series. But yeah, that's more or less like where we do end it really here. But as you can see here on this little page here, we do get to see some characters who have a connection towards certain characters. We do get to see a character who I'm presuming is Koya, a character who looks like Alapex, a character who I'm sort of thinking is Old Hob. So all these characters have like connections with the turtles, with like stronger and like weaker connections to other characters. So I don't really know where all this is really going in terms of the cut thing, so I think it'll be a wait and see type of situation, see if this was a good thing or bad thing, or if it's actually useful, if it's just like another plot device type thing, because so far this like cut thing is sort of being a bit useless, I would say. It just sort of like speed things up in terms of the process or the story, but other than that I don't really know where they're going with all these 7 cuts and 10 cuts and what other cuts there are. So yeah. So then going into the actual next bit, we do get to see the description. It is enter the endgame. A former enemy returns to offer the turtles one last chance to stop the Rat King before his plans collapse and all hope is lost. As the team regroups, secrets are revealed, terrible truths confronted, and impossible decisions are faced. Plus, when the godlike being of the Phantom phantoms are fools. Are the last fools to act against their wayward brother. Will they realise they delayed too long? As the game enters its stage, Leo, Johnny, Mikey, and Raph Jenny will discover they have no one to rely on but each other. So I do find that there's a few really interesting things in this description. Now knowing what we do know about the game and the future for this series and stuff like that. So I do think it's going to be really interesting to see the phantoms come against a Rat King. I do think that's going to be really cool, really interesting to see. And then also the truths and secrets that are revealed. I'm not exactly too sure what they could be. I got a feeling it's probably has something to do with the phantoms and stuff like that. Probably might have something to do with the temp cuts which was just revealed. Other than that, I'm not exactly too sure. And with the former enemy that is basically helping the turtles, a good thing they were referring to Kitsune and Shredder, but other than that, I'm not exactly too sure where they could be going with all that. So yeah. Okay, so then going into the covers, we've got cover B, which is done by Kevin Eastman, and I must admit this one looks really cool. So we've got to see the turtles with, I must admit I do find it interesting that Venus actually appears on this cover. But I don't want to say it's a bad thing, but I just find it interesting and weird because so far we know that the 5 turtles are all grouped together and in the thin place, but Venus doesn't really fit into anything really as of recently. I mean, she's all just split up from the Foot Clan and is now going on to do her own clan. So I do find it interestingly weird why she's on the cover. I don't know if she's going to have a big role to play in this issue, or they're setting things up for her to be part of the main group or anything like that. But I just find it interesting that they do have her on the cover. So then for the cover, or the 110 variant, oh god that's small, we do have this one which is done by Mike Del something, I can't remember his, their exact name, but yeah, it's just Mikey on the podium. Looks decent. I can't say much more than that. It's just Mikey on the podium. I don't have anything negative to say about it. It's just Mikey on the podium. It just doesn't really feel much like it has something to do with this actual issue, other than it's just Mikey on the podium. So yeah. I've then got the main cover, which is done by Fero Penchi, who's the main artist for this issue, and yeah, this one looks amazing. We just got to see Kitsune holding out her hand with the 5 turtles there. And again, this is all where I find it interesting with the Venus cover, is because Venus is not actually shown on this cover, so I do find that really interesting that she's not there. So I'm not too sure what's really going on with that, but yeah. But I must admit, overall this artwork for this cover looks really nice. I do like the magical, mystical elements of this issue or the cover. It just gives me so many magical vibes, and I must admit I do really enjoy that. And with the actual turtles themselves, I do like them. I don't know. I think they have a very realistic kind of color scheme for them, which I do think works really well. But I do think that when you look at the weapons and hands, they do look really big. For some reason, they give me loads of vibes from the TMNT Mutant Melee game. For some reason, not too sure why, but it just does. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But either way, this one looks really cool. But yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I'm quite interested to hear what you say about this in the comment section below, just because this is more or less the end of the game, which can be either a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how they play it out. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. If you do something, please share, like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.